Hello, welcome. So I already got into it for about 5 minutes before I realized that my microphone wasn't on. So welcome to this rainbow day. Yes. And I already pulled 2 cards from the Arcturians. We got these 2. And I know this one's duality because it's been coming in hard and fast. Duality. This balance, this harmony, this joy, this balance within so that we can access harmony and joy, right? We're not overcompensating by doing too much in one way or not doing enough in another way. And this balance, is very, very importante. Importante. Okay. And blueprint. Wow. Powerful. The energy of blueprint helps you clean your programs and delete anything that no longer suits you anymore and doesn't serve a purpose. To become fully balanced, you have to return to your most basic programs. Okay, this is the blueprint we took with us to this life on Earth. So beautiful. Yes. Balance, harmony. Oh, I was going to read the duality one. Balance and harmony. The energy of duality helps you make peace with your inner duality. It helps you live in balance, oneness, and harmony so you can continue on your path to a cosmic consciousness. It helps you discover life through enjoyment and play. Yes, when you are balanced, you are able to flow straight, right? When you are capsized, floating down the river, when you're too far over to the left or too far over to the right, you're so involved in the righting yourself that you're not, you've got no time for the enjoyment and the play, right? When you are balanced, when you are centered, when you are floating straight, well, now you can look up and enjoy the view, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's get on to back up our balancing and duality. Yes, our integration of the masculine and feminine, the recognition of our beingness and our doingness, and the inner ears to hear when we need to rebalance, right? It's about a dance. Life is a dance, and to dance is to be in perpetuitude of losing balance and gaining balance, and that's how we dance, right? So it is a continual thing, and the better you get at the balancing yourself part, the more you can play, right? Because it's no longer such a big deal if you lose your balance, because you know you can just get your balance again, right? Okay. We've got noodles. Beautiful. The resilient badger. And you know what? I'm really seeing the face for the first time. I don't know what else I always look at when I look at this card, but today the face is sticking out, especially the little teeth, right? And the serious disposition, this focus on survival. And I feel like your resilience, which has got you to this place, right? There was a lot of years of spending flipped over or in the stages of imbalance. And as you are getting more efficient at your balancing, You are, I think it's a direct effect of your resilience, right? Your resilience offers you the muscle memory to be able to right yourself, to balance yourself, right? It's like spending enough time in the mud, and this affords you insight. You know what it is that you're dealing with. So when you create a mud washing station for yourself, once you've gotten yourself out of the mud and then you're still covered in mud, and then you create a washing station, and then you realize, oh, every time I feel like I'm clean of mud, more mud appears. So you created this beautiful station that you can just walk into and rinse off at any point. And it is directly related to your experience in the mud that makes your washing station so efficient. Okay, I jumped analogies here, but this is what how experience adds to wisdom, right? And gets us really, really good. It's the same as the resilience and persistence, the unwavering dedication that Nades brings is like the cocoon, the butterfly, once it's transformed, struggling to free itself from the confines of the cocoon, which once was safety, which once was a sheltered, safe space, eventually becomes a trap, right? That the butterfly has to struggle against, to escape from. But it is that very act that strengthens its wings so that it can fly, right? Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay. Let's step into the cards and see what the heck. What the heck? I just remembered I got myself solstice presents. And spoiler alert, it's new decks. I mean, I barely use the ones that I have, but these ones are gorgeous. And so we'll have to figure out a way of including them in the mix, even though we barely have time. Okay, let's talk about the people in your life, okay? The people who are for you and the people who are not for you. And you've been around the block enough to know, okay, this is also part of your balancing, right? You're balancing the love that you give others and the love you give yourself. And recognizing the reciprocity. Okay. The work that you are doing is creating a legacy that your spirit team is highly excited about. Okay. And this one, look at these pentacles. Pentacles. Also collaboration with this one, right? your spirit team, right? The team's in the word, them celebrating you. So it's also about legacy, long-lasting creationships that produce magnifique, this work that you're doing in this legacy, being celebrated by many. Okay, so that's beautiful. So these people could be coming to collaborate, right? People drawn to you to collaborate. I'm also getting those who were kind of naysayers, not really supportive, but then see you succeeding, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, friend, you know? Okay, what's this one? Oh, yes, this is you choosing the light, harnessing the love vibe, harnessing the power of the sun through balance, right? You're using the moon tool to hook the sun, to tap into it, to connect with it, and all of your efforts to do so paying off, okay? There are lots of people reaching to connect to the light, and you have managed through your work, through your dedication, through your resilience, to reach a pinnacle point where that you can access the power, the source of life, the life-giving source, okay? And that overflows into your cup, and things start to manifest in beautiful, gorgeous ways. Moments of synchronicities and signs and things just lining up. When you are heading towards a door, someone happens to be walking out of it in the perfect time to hold the door open for you, right? And you're like, oh, wonderful, thank you very much. And going to a shop, and someone pulls out of the spot right in front of the shop for Rockstar parking just as you are pulling in, right? You stand at the end of, or come to the end of a long line of at a cashier, the grocery store or whatever, and then a cashier comes and opens one up and says, I'll take you over here, and you just scooch on by, right? Stuff like that. Or somebody's like, oh, you go ahead of me, you've got less stuff than I do, right? This plant, I'm so sorry, plant. Okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I figure do it now while I'm thinking about it, or it might not get done again. So, alternative or extra or side message, do it now. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Okay. Oh, wow. We've got passionate energy moving forward with the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is fast moving energy. I'm feeling like this is an unfolding that is happening. I'm putting it beside, it's like this. It's like this. Okay, so this is this passionate, but look at how they're moving this way and this is moving that way. Okay, so this is about, I want to say, creating boundaries, moving towards passion projects, like minds, other fellow flamers, fellow flame inflamed, fellow people who our overflowing cups. Okay, and that's kind of how, not how you weed them out. It's because we're all in different stages and points of our growth. Sorry, I've got fluffy stuff. But people who aren't actively in their healing, in the stage of filling their cup to overflow, they haven't quite recognized or acknowledged or got to that place yet where they recognize and acknowledge that we can tap into an unlimited source of this. We don't need to get it from others, right? And so some of the people that are heading towards you because they're like, look at you, you're overflowing. I can just stand under you all day, right? But until one works on their vessel, they cannot hold any of it. And so it just falls right through. And that's why you get dependency relationships and people who, it's like, well, I was picturing, sharks or certain water creatures, and they get those little sucky fish that stick to them. Although that's a symbiotic relationship. They're both kind of helping each other out. The shark is giving them protection, and they're eating off of anything that might stick and cause harm to the shark or whatever. But so not the best analogy, but you know what I mean. When we allow others to bypass their own healing, we are not helping them, right? It's like giving somebody a fish. They are reliant on you forever for fish, right? Versus teaching someone to fish and they can feed themselves fish forever, right? And then relationships aren't based on, I need to come to you in order to eat. It's more about, hey, let's put our fish together and have a feast, right? Okay. Okay, I'm also getting, because the Knight of Wands is like heading, sorry, it's all backwards in the filming land here. Heading towards the cup. This is passionately moving. This is passionately tending to your vessel, to your overflow, right? The liquid sunshine. This is what you're harnessing. This is what you're tapping into, right? Because it's overflowing and it's producing luck and drawing others towards you. Okay, this is also like an offer, having love to offer. And it seems counterintuitive when I was just like, people will try to come by and just take your love. And it's not about withholding love from other people. It's recognizing that exact thing with the fish and the teaching and the giving, right? We want communion and connection and collaboration, but we want it to be equal. We want it to be out of choice, not out of desperation or that clingy, right? That if I don't hold on to you, I will drown. And it's like, well, the odds of you drowning both of us are greater, right? Yes, you get it. You get it. Okay. Okay, so we got ships coming in. Beautiful. Yes, confirmation. Ships coming in. There's a lot of Wands and Pentacles here. And Cups, I guess. Those are all of them. That's everything. Okay. Is there two cards that are stuck to each other? No. Okay. We've got the Magician coming out. Okay, this is ability to alchemize. This is the beautiful thing that we want for everyone, right? This is part of the process of becoming. It's the ability to alchemize, to turn whatever comes your way into gold, right? Being able to see the silver lining, being able to hone in on the best case scenario, to look at the bright side of life, right? Your ability to take pain, hurt, heartache, loss, whatever those feelings that are not love, and turning it into love, right? This is your passion movement, being able to, like artists will do that sometimes, and musicians, right? Well, where they will take what they are feeling about a heartache or a loss, and then they'll put it into poetry or music or dance or artwork. And that is transmuting. They're taking the energy and they're changing it into something else. This is the power of the magician. And so, this is another way of filling your own cup, right? Because you're not at the whim of your external circumstances on how you shine or overflow or fill. You are literally taking every single thing in every moment and turning it into liquid sunshine to fill your cup with, right? Everything is intentional. Everything has meaning. Everything is a lesson. Everything is part of the process. Everything is part of your strengthening and becoming and empowering. And this empowers you, right? You are no longer a victim of your circumstance. You are the steer of your ship. You are the conscious co-creator of your life. Okay, yes, your ability to see things from the different perspectives. All the things. This is part of this work in the physical, but also how that work affects your physical, all the realms, how the work affects all of your internal realms, which is why it's this vessel. We're this vessel holding on. Okay, we've got you moving yourself out of choppy waters into calm waters, and doing it through your spiritual tending and gardening. Okay. Yes. Oh, they want to go like this, do they? Okay, so yeah, moving out of choppy waters into calmer waters. This is part of your process. This is you, the equivalent of you seeing things from different perspectives, right? If something drama is put on your lap, you can choose to stay in choppy waters, to engage in that drama, to succumb to it, to be overridden by it, to be sucked dry by it, right? Or you can choose to move yourself out of the choppy waters into calm waters by looking at it from a different perspective and alchemizing it into fuel, right? It's like, I don't know what it's like. It's like a something, okay? And then 9 of Wands. This is your tending of your spiritual garden, your connection with your higher self, and your center point where you radiate from. Yes, as your anchor. Right now, in my analogy, your spiritual center point is actually this tiny little ball that sits, well, I think it hovers inside of your vessel, and it draws towards it. It's like a little empress sitting in there, pulling in all of the liquid sunshine. And this is what fills your cup and it overflows. Okay. So it's this calmness within this centered, peaceful nervous system, this knowing, this affecting, not being affected, right? Beautiful. Okay. Let's get an archetype card to see what else they want to say about all of this. The Pilgrim. A 20. A 20. Okay, Pilgrim. The Pilgrim, what you got for us? Where are you? The Wanderer, the Traveler, the Apprentice. For the Pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Beautiful. Others will wonder when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life, but the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Beautiful. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep. And soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet, when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door towards a new reality. With the pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon. Your spirit needs it. Whoa. So it's a call to break up your routine, your everyday. And this is how we expand and grow, right? See new things, explore new things, shift your regular for some irregular to pull in and draw in different energy. Okay. We can have a deep longing to answer the call, to get unstuck. What are the obstacles between you and the door? When light learns, grows, adapts, and studies. When dark, aloof, non-committal, and flaky. Even in the stillness of meditation, the pilgrim feels the movement of the heart towards what it loves. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. See, this would be a good time for new cards, but I don't have them yet. They're coming. Let's get a mushroom card. I feel like we haven't in a while. I made a maitake pie for solstice. It's like a shepherd's pie with like a maitake gravy. It's basically just like special mashed potatoes with a maitake gravy in a pie with cheese on it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yes, tomorrow is solstice. I celebrate solstice. I stopped celebrating Christmas 5 years ago. Just the commercial aspect and all that jazz. Not into it. But celebrating light, life, and joy, and abundance, and celebration, and food, and all that kind of stuff. Yay! Okay. We've got some yummy mushrooms. Okay, morel. I've only had one once. I had one once. And it was delicious. It was so interesting to interact with, like to cut and chop and look at and touch. And then, cook them up. And then I had two. And then I ate one and I dried the other one. And delicious. Okay. Drawing the morel could mean that it's time to restore and build yourself up from the inside. Beautiful confirmation on the mending of your cup, right? So that it can hold. What's going on here? Mims on the fence, darkness coming in. Okay. Have you become empty inside? Do you feel like something is missing from your life? Are you feeling completely drained and like you have given too much of yourself? This is also what happens when we let others come and drink from our cup, especially when it's not overflowing yet, when we're still trying to fill it, when we're still seeking out all the little cracks that liquid is escaping from, right? Are you feeling completely drained? Is it time to enjoy the wonderful energy that morel brings? It's hard for people to see inside to understand if you are feeling weary, depleted, or depressed. It is time to take matters into your own hands, look inwards, and work at restoring and building yourself up. Perceptions can sometimes be wrong. Don't underestimate what may be going on underneath someone's seemingly fine exterior. The intricacy of the exterior of the morel is the complete opposite of what is inside. So don't let your first impressions fool you. Do what brings you joy. Eat and be merry. Exercise or sit under a tree in the sun. Create or take up a hobby that's always been on your list. The time is now, and only you know how to fill that void. It may also be someone you know or something that needs attention. Whatever the case may be, attend to their essential needs. These might not be obvious. Look deeper to understand what is missing and what can be gained and how you can help. Reach out if you need to, because no one can see under the surface better than yourself. It's time to find nourishment. Okay? And this isn't to say that, you see somebody who's like, please, I need some water. And you're like, psh, go get your own, fool. Do your own healing. We can compassionately guide and create boundaries and tend and aid. We can do all these kinds of things. But it's important that it is an encouragement, right? It's like healers don't heal others. Healers hold space and encourage others to heal themselves. And so, so do that, be that, and see what happens. Okay, what else we got? Do it and see what happens. Okay, let's get a crystal card here. 29. Growth, courage, strength, and flexibility. You are a growth-seeking being, experiencing, interacting, and learning by virtue of your life's experience. Not as. Is there a circumstance within your life that feels outside of your control? Transformational growth and deep emotional healing can be gained by observing the underlying patterns occurring in the events around you. These situations, through the law of attraction, are a result of your conscious or unconscious creation. Accepting this truth provides motivation to examine and release any beliefs or habits preventing you from experiencing a life of joy, understanding, and gratitude. The opportunity for growth is at hand. Look beyond your conditioned responses and explore the gifts and knowledge this situation has to offer. Your heart sings with joy at the opportunity to realize your deep spiritual growth. Okay, and this is looking at things differently and the process of alchemizing. It's not all like, oh, I see it, blink, changed, right? This is a process. This is a building of muscle memory. This is a reconditioning, a rewiring of our brains, right? Of our modes. I mean, I was definitely raised in an environment, I think we all were, because that's where we came from, where you only shared the worst things, right? And people would say something like, well, if it makes you feel any better, this thing that was worse happened to me. It's like, why would that make me feel better, you weirdo, right? I mean, that's where I was always coming from, but this is where we came from. And so even just retraining our brain to not share awful things, to only share beautiful things, this takes time. This takes practice. This takes going against what everybody else is doing, because there's a lot of, oh, you think you're so great because you're only talking about all these beautiful things. And it's like, it's not to say that these other things aren't happening. It's just, I'm not putting them up on a pedestal and being like, look at all these awful things that are happening to me, right? Choice. What we give power to, what we hold on to, what we embolden. Okay, let's get some of those messages. Two-handed mix. Okay, get out and explore. Yes, this is another way of breaking up the patterns, the routines, the ways of doing. This is getting fresh energy in. This is seeing new things. This is expanding of the mind. This is also that go on an adventure, right? Discover yourself in other places that you've never been. Okay, peaceful nervous system. This is the goal. This is what we're trying to accomplish here. Peaceful nervous system is that soft, beautiful vortex that pulls in the liquid sunshine and can hold it, right? It is the I'm good, I'm balanced, I'm floating, and I got hands free to pluck flowers or fruits or whatever, to notice, to see, to bask, to create, right? Cooperative components. Yeah, this is exactly it. I mean, they are all over the places, right? People can become cooperative components like that just in your vicinity, right? With what I was talking about earlier, with the divine timing of showing up and somebody's just like, oh, allow me, right? And in that moment, they become a cooperative component to your energy approaching. They were just walking through the door, and then something about you and the energy that you bring made them not only just hold the door open for you, but also do this grand, like, oh, hello, like, after you, right? And which opens them up to receive your gratitude, right? And this is a beautiful exchange that happens. And then that continues to affect that person. These are how cooperative components work in tandem with each other, and they're beautiful. This is the divine orchestration of the universe and the collaborative ness that is all of that creation. Okay. Set clear intentions. Yes, especially right now. Like right now, be intentional about what it is that you want. Be clear. It's also with this, your people being drawn to your passion, to your purpose, to your dedication, right? Whether they are coming to support or to just try and jump on your boat because they see you're heading in a direction. They're like, oh, quick, get on there. So set your clear intentions and be free. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. And then believe it. A wish is coming true. Okay? Your work, your dedication, here, your balance, this is it. This is what your work is doing for you. Okay? It is going to be successful for many, many years to come. I mean, just think about that. You spent, the first half of your life with a not peaceful nervous system, right? You were constantly struggling and flailing and flipping and, getting wet and water in your face and in your eyes and, working. But you kept floating. You kept yourself from drowning. Okay. That's the important part. And suddenly you've figured it out. You've managed to fill all those little micro fissures with gold. Kintsugi, I think it's called, where you mend broken shatters with gold, making it beautiful and unique and more valuable and stronger than it was before. Something like that. Okay, yes. Okay, let's get a couple chimes. That's a lot. Okay, this happy little star with the face on it. I feel like this is a wish coming true, and it landed right on this offer. So yes, people will be drawn to you in beautiful, beautiful ways. Okay, we've got the rhino. So this is a sturdy land animal. They're actually quite quick and durable. I feel like this is your dedication, your focus, your unwavering I refuse to drown. Right? It's like the butterflies that refuse to struggle or give up to the struggle never make it out, right? They never open their wings and fly. I don't know where it's going at. Okay, we've also got the water buffalo. Okay, this is a beautiful example of a unstoppable, unmovable force. It refuses to be domesticated. People fear it, and you can't distinguish the males from the females because they embody both so perfectly. It's only when, one gives birth that you're like, oh, that must have been a female. We've got the twin flame butterflies. Okay, two butterflies coming together to make one beautiful butterfly. I feel like this is part of this legacy. This is like that balance of the masculine, feminine coming together, and creating balance, right? Yes. Yes, we've seen it. Okay, we've got the rose quartz spider again. So this is that maintaining and self-love care, right? This mindfulness of your auric field and what you put into it, what you allow into your field and how it affects you, right? Because you are claiming your I affect, I am not affected power. Okay, we've also got the dragon here, which is beautiful. The dragons are here to help with this alchemy. Think of the dragon spirits as your forge, and it burns away all that no longer serves, and it helps to reshape, to melt down, to reform and create. They're magical, right? And they're majestic, and they're also powerful and terrifying, right? And so they are another example of this dualistic nature of the light and the dark in perfect balance. Okay, we've got the kitty cat, so trust your intuition. Okay, be mindful, be alert on these people. Trust your intuition on the people who are drawn to you, coming in and out of your life. Allow a beautiful, harmonious flow. Don't try to hold things that want to go, and don't try to let go of things that want to stay. Okay. We've got the turtle. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. I feel like this is you in your work, in your dedication, in your resilience, right? Your focus on getting it done. This figure here is just focusing on the task at hand, and look at all this that has already been done, right? Beautiful, all leading to the legacy. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. We've got the beautiful abundance of the star flower. And this is like taking a wish from the sky, planting it into the earth, and it blooming and it being prolific. Okay. So wishes, we've got, the reindeer, and it's scribed. This is my wishes. This is my wish deer, where you whisper your wishes to it and it flies into the sky and brings the messages to your spirit team so that they can conspire in your favor. That's what this one means for me. Okay. And I'm feeling this passionate Knight of Wands energy as being your messenger, right? You're passionately moving towards your dreams, your wishes. coming true. Okay. And then we've also got the Cinderella slipper. So this is about a destiny that is meant for you and only you, only your shoe fits. Okay. So this could be person, place, or thing, environment, purpose, whatever is part of your divine soul blueprint, the reason you came into being in this earth right now. And I feel like whether it is something grandiose and public and meant to be seen by the masses, or if it's just localized, your frequency creating in your being authentic and choosing love and those you affect as you live in your bubble, right? We have many layers, but just know that your greatest purpose is already accomplished in your being here now, choosing love and anchoring it in. Yes, yes. Okay. There's the reading for today. Okay. Lots of beautiful things happening. Yes. Yes. And yeah. Okay. So let your intuition guide and support you in what messages, the visuals all bring up. What was said, what wasn't said, what you thought when something was said or not said, all relevant, all contributing factors to the messages for you today. Okay? Love you, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.